What's up, YouTube? So, went over to Red Sky Teardrop Campers this morning, and we did a quick little video on his camper build and what he's got going on so far. It's been a little while since I've done something like that, but I figured it was time to go ahead and knock out a quick little video about where he's at with his, and then I wanted to talk a little bit about where I want to go with mine. So we did that, and short and sweet. So hopefully everything is informative and cool, and yeah, so what's up, YouTube? I'm back over here at Red Sky Teardrop Campers, just checking out his current build. I know we haven't done an update on this in quite some time. As you can see behind me, the walls, they're still there. They have not fallen down yet. Just wanted to actually do a video more so on some of the ideas that I'm wanting to do with my camper as we're building this one out, and stumbling across a lot of things that make sense, don't make sense for my build, my lifestyle, what I want to utilize the camper for. As you can see, you can get a really good idea of what this is going to look like. You can see right here, this kind of squared off section here is going to actually be cut with a little curvature to meet up with right about here with the back door. I like that look. We've seen it in a rendering, a drawing that he's got, that Mike has on his computer, but it looks a little bit better. Kind of kills that weird squareness that you see right there on the back. Instead of having a full-blown galley door, you know, the rear hatch basically opens up, and there's going to be a kitchen-ish pull-out refrigerator through this area. I think what I want to do on mine is, instead of having a rear galley door that opens up, is actually have a shelf that has access like right through here for a refrigerator to slide out, and then all my other utilities, stove probably would just be here, pull that out, and then have a table that would attach to the side here, and then I would basically have my kitchen in this area. But I think that will open up the inside for a lot more possibilities and a lot more room. So I think you know, being able to maybe have a workspace in the back for a computer, for a camera, to do like vlogging inside the camper if the weather's bad. Also, two larger windows on the side. You can see these windows are basically this size, because in this build that he's doing, he's going to actually have cabinets that start about here, shelving cabinets, whatever, for the back section that's going to be accessible from the back. I'm not going to have that. I'm just going to have what would be a cabinet down here. So this window is going to be opened up a lot more. Have a window in the back so that you can actually look out, and you know, basically have three sides of view. So it'd make it easier to pull into a campsite that has multiple views, or you know, you just want to be able to see outside. Give the appearance of a little bit more space on the inside of the camper, but I do think that it would be pretty cool to have a back window. Just kind of hard to imagine it all right now based off of this video.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
So as you can see, basic design, it's going to stay the same shape. I don't think I'm going to change anything there. Definitely going to go with a little bit different trailer frame. I am going to build mine myself. I am in the process of scoping out, pricing out a welder. I think I'm going to go with a Hobart Ironman 240, and see if I can get our friend Jimmy over to wire me up some 220 or 240 in the garage. I'll start with you know, the side rails being tube stock, 2-inch tube stock, and then the cross members going across on the inside will be 2-inch C channel. Tongue will also be essentially 2-inch tube, and that will give it, I guess, some strength, but also be able to put a receiver coupler on the front of it so that I could pull whatever I'm using to trailer hitch. I think it's going to be the max coupler. I'll be able to pull that off just to have a little extra deterrent from someone trying to steal my camper while I'm in a campsite. Let's see here, the Timbren axles. I've talked about these a few times in other videos. You see the axle system gives you ultimate ground clearance, which is kind of nice. You can sturdy this up a little bit by adding a 2-inch by 2-inch square tube stock through this hole right here, and be able to stiffen that up a little bit. It does kind of take away a little bit of the ground clearance, but not much, not enough that it's not going to matter that much. So I'm going to end up on the inside basically having dual mattress. It's going to be a queen size mattress overall, but it's going to be split into 2 different parts that I can stack on this side here, and then essentially turn into a couch. So then inclement weather, bad weather, I can sit inside and be comfortable. The back is going to act as a desk. In the trunk, I'm going to have basically a little small table that sticks out from there. I'll be able to put my laptop and charge things up on it. Basically just have a cool little spot to sit, look out the windows, and wish that the weather got better or something of that nature. But doors on both sides, I think is going to make it nice and easy to get in and out, depending on whatever location I'm at. I end up with a tongue box on the front that'll house the propane canister, probably a 20-pounder, and I'll probably have something on the fenders as well, so be able to have a smaller, portable, a little bit easier to carry for the stove. So I'm not necessarily tied to the camper to cook. I could go to a picnic shelter if we're in a group campsite of some sort or something of that nature. So I'd be able to move around and be able to cook in the crowd, in the group, versus being tied to my camper that may be, 50 feet away from everybody else. As you can see underneath here, definitely plenty of ground clearance. Current vehicle that I have that I'm going to be towing this with is a Jeep. It's got a 4-inch lift and sits on 33-inch tires. Don't know if I'm going to match that up or not. Stuff's expensive, so I don't think I'm going to keep the Jeep long. I think it's going to be traded in on either another Jeep, maybe a 4-door Jeep, or I really would like to get a Tacoma. Never owned a pickup truck, so it'd be kind of nice to have a pickup truck, but definitely want something a little bit more dependable to pull this thing around, my camper around when I start to work on it and stuff. We'll have a water tank underneath there, probably somewhere as close to center as the axle as I can possibly get it. Going back to the tongue box, I have a tongue box, but then somewhere along the lines of like right in here, we're gonna put another 2-inch receiver to be able to put a bicycle rack. I've got a bicycle rack, One Up makes a hitch mount version of what I have currently on the roof of the Subaru, as you can see. I do already have this. Part of it is in Asheville, the other part is at home, and I essentially just want to be able to add that rack onto the tongue so I can take the bikes with me, because the whole reason of doing this camper is so I can get out in the wilderness and ride my bicycle. So, well, as you can see, just on Mike's camper build, just a recap of where we're at with it. Axles are installed. All this is still going to have to come back apart so we can paint the trailer frame and put it all back together. And then, yeah, not far from getting started on adding some stuff on the inside. He's got some 80/20 he wants to add, order up. Started fitting things out. So yeah, hopefully soon we'll be able to start mine. It'll be fun, a lot of fun. Cool deal. Well, that's going to be it for this video. Short, sweet, but definitely just a quick update on where we're at with Mike's, and quick update on some of the ideas that I could point out and show you with mine. So hope you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and click like since you made it this far. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell so that you get notified on any of the future videos that I'm going to be releasing, especially on the campers. But until then, cheers. All right, here we go.